Hey, this is Teresa Acoin. I'm your health defender, and thank you so much for joining me today, because today I've got something super important I want to share with you. It's about a substance, a product that actually a lot of people don't even know about. A lot of people do know about, but this is not a pharmaceutical product, and it's not of interest to pharma because they can't patent it. Therefore, it's not of interest, right? So, but I want you to know about it because our family has used this for decades, actually, and it's helped keep us well. And you can't avoid, getting a bug now and then, the flu or a cold or a sinus infection or, all those kinds of things. This product may make a big difference in how healthy your family is, yourself and your family. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to give you some characteristics of this. And then I want you to guess. Now, a lot of you will know immediately. You probably already know what it is. But in case you don't, and for those of you who have not been familiar with this, I think you're going to love learning about it. So let me share my screen. And we will get it going here. Your health defender on target. Here we go. So this product, if I can get the page to turn, there we go. It will, as you see here, reduce topical pain, which is pretty handy. It helps alleviate herpes. Oh my gosh, if you could get rid of that quicker or even help avoid it, that'd be nice, right? If you're prone to that. Toxic to human breast cancer cell lines. Now, I'm not touting this as a cure for cancer at all. However, there are interesting studies that have been done in the past that show that it helps the cell apoptosis. It helps the cancer cells die and go away. Interesting, but there need to be a lot more studies on that before we can really claim anything to do with that. But some other uses for this is it can help clear up eczema. And it has been used for decades, probably thousands of years, literally, as a water purifier. Yeah, it can reduce ear infections. I have used it for that before. I've used it also to help clear up sinus infections and sore throats. It's amazing. Amazing. Pink eye. Yep, our family's used it for that. It can be gone in a day, actually hours sometimes. It works so well. It is called nature's antibiotic. But you've not been hearing about it, and you don't see it touted, in a drugstore because it is not patentable. Nobody can really, pharma cannot really make a lot of money on it at all. So they don't. But it has been used as nature's antibiotic. In fact, before antibiotics came on the scene in the world, if you will, this was being used quite a bit. And yet when antibiotics came on the scene, this went into the background. Nobody was paying any attention to it anymore because we had antibiotics, which can be life-saving. I'm not going to deny that. However, as you know today, we are so filled with antibiotics from the meats that we're eating, the animal products that we're eating, from the overuse of prescriptions for antibiotics for everything when they really shouldn't be used for everything. And so about the antibiotic resistant problem going on in our country. This that I'm going to tell you about is making a comeback because of that. And of course, it's antibacterial. Now, here's another clue. What in the world has born with a silver spoon got to do with your health today? Well, it has a lot to do with this product because in Europe, when the plagues were going on, hundreds of years ago, this became evident that the wealthy people who actually did eat out of silver plates and used silver utensils, they were not getting the plague. So the connection was made, rightly so, that this can make a difference. The silver in the utensils and the plates can help you avoid getting sick. Interesting. Now, we equate born with a silver spoon in our mouth just to wealth, right? But that's not really where it came from. This product actually could even save your life, in my opinion. This is what it is. This is actually colloidal silver. These are the two, in my opinion, the two best products on the market today. There are a lot of products on the market that are not pure. They've got salts added and stuff added. You don't need anything added. You just want the water and the tiny, tiny molecules of silver. That is all you want. In fact, there are some products that claim they've got this big high parts per million ratio, and they market their products to be better because they've got a high, more than 10 or 23 parts per million, as these two have. Well, that's not what's important. The important element, the important factor, characteristic, if you will, of a good colloidal silver is the fact that the molecules are so microscopic. If you'll see in the description here on the one on the right, the Argentine 23, it says ultra fine dispersion. That's the important thing, because that's going to get in your system more than big clunks of silver, which you can't really see the big clunks, but microscopically, yes, you can. I've seen this, the comparisons before, and you can find them online as well. So these are the two. Sovereign silver, you're going to see that in most good health food stores will carry that line. And the Argentine 23 is mostly available through your health professionals. I prefer the Argentine 23 myself, but they're both really, really good, and they're going to make such a difference in your health. These are known to kill all the bad stuff, the bacteria, the fungus, the viruses, even vaginal yeast, even strep, even MRSA. They've got a great reputation. Now, you're not going to find, FDA articles on this. You're going to find probably quite the opposite. You would expect that, right? Here are some myths we need to dispel about this because, I just talked about the first one. You need to understand the higher the parts per million, the more effective the product. Totally wrong. It has everything to do with the microscopic, tiny, tiny size of those silver particles. Second one, colloidal silver should not be clear. Well, wrong. It's not going to be clear if you've got big particles, but if you've got the small particles like they should be for your absorption, that's what you're looking for. Third myth to dispel. Silver will harm my precious gut flora. That's a very reasonable thing to think about because you hear that silver kills bacteria. Amazingly, it only kills the bad stuff. It does not disrupt your precious gut flora. Super important to understand. And then lastly, you may have heard that colloidal silver is going to turn you blue. You can't take it. Well, that's really not a concern with these products. Now, I can't speak for other products out there that may have a bunch of trash in them or something, but these products that we're looking at today are pure. In fact, this is addressed on the brochure for the Argentine 23. I want to read you what it says here because it's pretty awesome. That can help you understand. Where did that go? Here we are. And yeah, myth, colloidal silver will turn you blue. That's definitely false. It is true that in huge excess, now listen to this, beyond 10 million micrograms over a lifetime, 10 million micrograms over a lifetime, in rare cases can cause argyria, which is a benign cosmetic skin discoloration. And however, these products, the bioactive silver hydrosol, is free of silver proteins, salts, and other compounds, those things I was talking about that some companies add in, poses absolutely no health hazard when used as directed. So anyway, you're not going to have to worry about that. Nobody could afford to turn blue, in my opinion, because the stuff's not really cheap. It's pretty pricey, in my opinion, but it is so worth it. What kind of price can you put on dispelling a cold or a flu or a sore throat or the sinus infections and things like that? In fact, I'm going to tell you how we use it. This is a great guideline here. 1 teaspoon under your tongue for 30 seconds. Please don't just put it in your mouth and swallow it. This is too valuable to your system, to the immune system, to just put it in your mouth and swallow it. If you put it under your tongue and hold it for 30 seconds, your body is going to benefit in a great way. Then swallow. And hold it in your tongue for longer than 30 seconds if you want to. I try to. So for maintenance, 1 time a day, that'll help keep your immune system strong. Immune building, 3 times a day. Long-term immune support, if you're really fighting a chronic issue, 5 times a day. Short-term immune support, like you feel that sinus infection coming on, or the sore throat, or the cold, or whatever, 7 times a day is what is suggested right here on the brochure. Now, I want to tell you how I use it for my sinus infections. If you notice back here on the picture, that on the right is a nasal sprayer. And this is amazing how well this works. Most people can feel when they're coming down with any kind of sinus issue. You start getting stuffy, or you have pain, or whatever. Well, as soon as I start feeling any of that, I spray it up my nose a lot, as much as I can, 2 or 3 times on each side. And then I will hang my head totally upside down, sniff it up into my sinuses, shake my head around while it's hanging upside down, so that I feel the silver going into my sinuses. It feels kind of cool. You'll feel it if you're doing it correctly. You will definitely feel it. And shake it around, and I hang my head down and stay that way and shake it around for a minute or so, and then I'll do that several times a day. And I will also do that when I'm traveling, when I'm going through airports, and I'm in public places, especially airports. I take this with me, and I'm using it on the way, and I'm using it when I get to my hotel space, and I'll do it again there. Because I know, and we breathe in all that trash, all those bacteria and things in an airport and other places of high populations. I mean, and it's a great preventative. So let's introduce you to some of my family members. We've all used this product. That's my daughter on the left, Charla. That's Parker next to her son. That's Michael, her husband. That's my son, Bryant. And that's Bryant's wife is not with us on this trip. And that's my sister, Diana. And that's me taking the picture. I don't know who that is in the back. The guy in the back on the suspenders. I don't know who that is. And then on the right, you'll see my hubby, Frank, and then our beautiful granddaughter, Skylar. And so we've all used this. It's been wonderful for our family. And I invite you to learn more about it and consider making it a part of your I always have a bottle on hand. I'm just never without it in my family, in my home. So I suggest you consider doing something like that too, so that you have it available and you don't have to wait to get it shipped in or whatever. This is something that when you have something, you're coming down with something, you don't want to wait 2 days to get something in the mail or go find it in the health food store. I suggest that you keep it on hand just like we do. So that's it for today. Hopefully that was very helpful to you. Let me know. We'd love you to make sure that you're a part of our community. And so that's it for now. Thanks. Bye.